What's going on, everybody? It's Cuff and the Dip coming at you guys with another one. Got my boy Just a Man
Banger.
04 in the building, man. What's going on, man? How you feeling today, man?
Banger. Man, I'm doing good, man. It's been a beautiful week. We've seen some nice green candles, and it's been a very welcome sight to see. Oh man, I'm doing good.
Yeah, man. So we got the global market cap at what 2.7 right now. That's not bad. I remember when we
Yeah,
were for the longest, we could not get past a trillion.
yeah, and we almost lost. We went, from last bull run during the bear market, we almost lost the $1 trillion mark. Went down to the 900 billions. So the fact that we are making strides towards. I mean, we're what 400 billion. What was the all time high last bull run? Like 3 billion,
I
4
believe
billion,
so. I think it was like three. It might have been like 3 point something. I'll have to look it up off the
something
top.
like that. And here we are at like 2.6, 2.7, and the bull run has not even started. Man, it definitely got me excited for what's to come. We talked about the title of our last stream was what, the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. Shout out to Cuff over there for pulling up the charts last week and pretty much calling what was going to happen with Ethereum. I don't know that he saw a 30% increase on the week, but I'm here for it.
Man, look, I don't think anybody can see a 30% increase, but when you get one, you're bottoming out on some good support levels, and then two, you got some good sentiments in the market. Randomly, good news comes out, and people are positioning themselves pretty much because, like you said, I don't think bull run volume has really kicked in just yet either.
At all.
So
I don't think so.
seems like we got a little bit more growing to do in the market. I feel like, especially in the current state that we're at right now. But I will say that the progress that ETH and that Bitcoin made is crazy, and you often don't see movement like that from either one of those two, at least not to that magnitude. So just to put it into perspective, you can kind of look here, and when you look at the price of Bitcoin, you're looking at 70K right now. So we're about to be, you know what I mean, knocking on another all-time high. Volume keeps pushing, but we have reached I'll have to say the nearest resistance level, I feel like. So that's why you see a little bit of pushback. You see it kind of teeter-tottering around this range. It went from running and nothing could stop it for a little bit, blowing past previous resistance levels, to kind of getting bogged down a little bit around this range, which I can actually show you guys on the chart in a second. But to see overall, to see that we get 70K right here on the 1 hour. So in the 1 hour period, it's up 0.5%. If you guys remember, I think when we last did our stream for a 24-hour period, it was up 0.5%. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It was down 0.5%. And that was the 24-hour price movement pretty much. So now we got 1 hour and we're up 0.5%, which was the 24-hour range that we were dealing with previously. So on a 7 day period, we got 13%, which majority of that was in like a 24 to 48 hour period that kind of just got gained. What are your sentiments on Bitcoin right now?
Like I said, it goes back to what I said last week, where I think we're waiting for some news. I think if the Ethereum ETF news, which is coming up at the end, shout out first off, let's put a pause on the crypto talk. Zero doing in the building first. Justin Westgood, Zalar, how you doing? Jay, how you doing? LKM Land, how you doing? I heard LKM Land actually won some with fork and knife. Is that something I heard? Did my ears hear that correctly?
I can't remember what was running in the space, but I know she definitely won something in that space.
She won something. We got Clean in the building. What's good? What's good? Eddie T, how you doing? How you doing? Make sure we don't we don't want to we don't want to forget y'all. Y'all are the reason why we still here.
Oh yeah, most
We
definitely.
appreciate y'all. And the ones over on X, we definitely appreciate y'all as well. If y'all are watching over on X, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the retweet button, leave us a comment. You can actually join the conversation if you were on a browser. I don't think it's available on mobile yet, but if you're on like a computer or something, you can join the conversation from the next.
Yeah. So Jay says we can break ATH. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that's hard. You know, another 13%. You know, if we have another week like we had, you know, if we have another 2 days like we had over, you know, Monday and today, you know, we could break that. You know, not too bad at all. You know, but I don't even know what all time high for Bitcoin is. I know we broke like 74,
Yo, we're back. Yo. What's up, Crypto Priest? What's going on? Let's see.
like 74, 73, 74, something like that.
I forgot I got my screen zoomed on super. I can't with this. Like, oh my god. I gotta zoom it back. I'll zoom it back in when I find it. I gotta get my eyes re situated. All right, all time high was 73,737 bucks and 94 cents. So
Yes, I mean 3,000. What were we at last week? Last week we were at like 65. Let's go. Let's go for a 7 day. Last seven a week ago, last Tuesday, we were sitting at a $61,000 market cap, or a $61,000 Bitcoin.
see,
So
I zoomed out and it came back in. Now, where did the info go that I was just looking at? Like, where is this? Like, what? Like, it just disappears. But I was trying to zoom in and show you guys. There's a 7 day range right here that I
oh,
highlighted that you can see. So the last 7 days we have been teeter tottering between 61,400 and 71,400. So we get about a $10,000 range that within the last 7 days that ETH has kind of been fluctuating through.
yeah. So I mean, you know, I think all time high. We're what $2,000 away, $3,000 away from an all time high. I think that could happen. You know, pretty quickly, especially if because I think the ETFs for Ethereum. I think the 23rd is that decision from the SEC. So if that comes back and that gets approved, I think you're going to see an influx. You know, not just on Ethereum, but I think it's going to kind of trickle over to everything else. Like we saw Bitcoin. You know, Ethereum goes 13, 30% on the week. Bitcoin's going to take some of that, get some of that love too. So an all time high is not hard to get to at all. Uh, I think.
Yeah. So if you're looking at it from this perspective, keep in mind, guys, this is the 1 month chart. So yeah, it makes Bitcoin look a bit like a meme coin. You know what I mean? When you look at it on the 1 month scale. But this is like looking at it on those longer time frames is how you gauge which support levels or resistance levels are going to be the most significant, I feel like. So then you can also see like different places where you actually have divergence depending on what time frame you're looking at too. So you can either be bullish or bearish depending on what signs you're looking for, what indicators you're using. But
And on that chart right there, that thick yellow line at the top, I mean, that could be, that was our resistance for a really long time. And so now that could be our support right there at the 60,000. We saw Bitcoin, last week kind of dipping down, got down to that $61,000 range. And now bouncing back up and using that as support. So uh yeah, it's a nice looking chart, especially when you zoom out and look at it on the month chart.
so from the perspective, and the reason I got it on the month chart is because I kind of wanted to show what kind of is going on here on a longer time frame, just for perspective purposes. So if you look, which I can just steal this one here. So you look here, bam. Then of course, bam, right here. So what's the first thing that comes to mind when you look at both of these ranges right here? What's something that's significant to you?
I mean, they both stopped around the $60,000 level.
Okay. Anybody in the chat to throw a comment in. So what's significant about these 2 points that's relevant to right now?
That was also the end of the bull run last time.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so.
Grind time in the building. What's good, yo yo? Gorbash in the building. How you doing? How you doing? Gorbash says not much. Just watching baseball, watching outside in the backyard on a laptop and hanging. Hey, that's what's up.
Yes, sir. Sounds like a good day. So I don't know if anybody has a comment, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube, man. Drop it in chat. What do you feel like is significant that kind of correlates to this time frame? Give you guys a couple more seconds and then I'll kind of explain it. Bit obvious, but most people are not used to staring at charts 24/7.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the answer. Grind time says sell off.
Okay, so the correlation between these 2 points is okay, we hit this range, we had a sell off, we hit this range, we had a sell off. So is okay, so the second person go back saying that we got a possible sell off coming. Okay. So what says sell off? So I'll give you guys my perspective because I'm not seeing too many answers come in right now. So this right here, so basically you have your run up, right? So if you're looking at this time frame, bam, you get rejected multiple times, same point. You see the wick, which indicates the price action wanted to go forward, but it got rejected at this range. Goes back down into a nice downtrend after being rejected, ignores a couple different support levels it could have utilized. Bam, finds a support it likes, goes down a little bit further, wakes up, see the price action. Now we have positive price movement towards the upside. Bam, we finally break past this pesky level. Looks like we're going to try to use this as a support level, but price action doesn't allow it. Rejection again. Nice size downtrend afterwards, and it finds a lower level to use as a support level pretty much. So after the consolidation dips a little bit, begins to kind of utilize this, which I use this as a mock, just uptrend, just so I can kind of track it when I was tracking it beforehand, because I was actually watching this horrendous dip at this time period. So
We
um
all were.
I know, right? So then we got the confirmation. So we got bam hit right here, trying to build support. Once again, confirming another confirmation, goes up, hits resistance. Then we try to go. It looks like we went down after we hit resistance right here. So it looks like it went up, back down, and then we started the next candle, and then we came down a little bit. Then it got bought up around this range, so it started to use this as a support. So once it broke past this resistance level, after using this as an uptrend, that was kind of confirmation there. We got an uptrend coming. Bam. After this consolidation, we kind of break completely out. But the difference between this time is rather than going here and getting rejected multiple times, this had a nice amount of volume. It pushed forward above it. Price action did push it down, but the next candle did start and use this as a support level. Then, if you look at the next month, it even had a sell off after it went up quite a bit. I think this is around the range that we had the all time high. Had the all time high here, which is coinciding with what we had last time. So this would have been the all time high here. Pretty nice size sell off. All time high here. Pretty nice size sell off. So we had all time high here. Not as much of a sell off as we had previously, or as people probably would have expected from the market movement. So, but we have a nice size sell off, not like this, but still nice size sell off. Pulls back, uses this as a support. Then the next month, we're once again, and we're still in this month right now. So it would be really crazy to see this just completely get engulfed and what I mean, begin to have a downtrend with this.
Right.
That's a lot of price movement, I feel like, from just 70K to 60K. Is it impossible? Absolutely not. We just moved a whole lot in a really short period of time with some good news and good sentiment. So I feel like it can go exactly the opposite way pretty quickly too with bad news, depending on what the bad news is. So definitely a possibility. Not saying it is going to happen at all, period, because this looks really nice on this longer time frame, breaking above this level for pretty much the first time in ever. Because keep in mind, this is the entire chart. So pretty much the first time ever this resistance level didn't win. We didn't get pushed back down in price action. It actually used it as a support level multiple times. And something that had that type of I feel like that type of effect, that it got pushed down into these type of downtrends. This is a significant level of resistance. It pretty much ignored it and then used it as a support level because of how many times it's revisited that area. So right this second, this current pattern in the market is bullish as shit. I don't know if anybody realizes that or not, but this is a really bullish sign. Like I said, not saying that we couldn't possibly have a rejection of price action, but right now we're pretty settled in that 60K is pretty much the bottom around this range, just because, like I said, never and ever you know what I mean, have we broken this level, and not only broken this level but not get pushed back in price action, and then to be able to utilize it as a support from the uptrend and the sell off, and then another uptrend. The issue is we're creating another resistance level that we have to push past, which would technically, if you're looking at it from this range, be around like 71.3, maybe 71.280. I don't know if that's an exact range. I just threw that up there. So that's the resistance that we're currently fighting with right this second. So we could consolidate around this range using 60,000 as a bottom, which would kind of once again kind of seal this in, unless we get some horrible news kind of sending the market into a horrific fall. We could consolidate, kind of move up and down around this range for a little bit. It may try to push up and move forward past this range, but we may have a few rejections like we see around this range with
Right.
this resistance level. But how do you feel just looking at it, kind of listening to my rant there?
I mean, to me, it is. Hold on. Excuse me. To me, it's a perfect visualization of support, like resistance levels and support levels. We saw, the first where the circles are. We saw the first two get rejected there, and a lot of times on charts, places that will get rejected, but then they finally break through that spot on the chart, that price action, that spot there will become the new support level, and you'll try to start to work your way up off of that. So I think here, um, we could channel a little bit between 60 and 72K. I think if we get some good news on the Ethereum side, I think that could push the market towards the upside and maybe even use that all-time high. That very top yellow line, that could be something, a new support level. But right now it's definitely a resistance level. But overall, it's a really good example of a support and resistance levels on a chart. So when you see all the lines that Cuff puts on the chart, now you kind of understand why. Um, yeah, and as y'all watch and you listen and hopefully learn from Cuff, because he's stupid smart when it comes to this kind of stuff. Now you understand why there's so many lines on there, because every time it gets into a channel and it gets to a resistance level or it gets to a support level, it becomes, he'll put a line on the chart and you'll kind of see it that way. So it makes a good visualization of kind of how charts move, especially when you zoom out on Bitcoin, to the month. You can see it really clear.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's basically what I wanted to show. But this is specifically on the month chart. So you're not gonna see a whole lot of rapid price movement, except for like what we just had recently, that big price push that we had. You usually don't see a lot of movement on like the month chart. This is to basically verify structure pretty much.
Yeah, and the big push up that we see there, that is a lot of the Bitcoin ETFs being approved. Uh, the speculation, the rumors of, hey, this is going to happen, this could happen, this is probably going to happen. All those little rumors that we heard for forever, like 200 and something days. That's why you see the big price action there, because people are slowly kind of buying their way back in. You got institutions, you got money asset managers like Vanguard and BlackRock and all those jumping in there. So, but yeah, Charlie has a good point. A little more pump. then a huge correction might be possible. Very true.
That was
Very,
actually what
very
I was
true.
about to point out. So if you look at the stochastic, so let me just blow this up. So you guys see the formation of the chart, then I'll kind of put it back with the formation of the chart. So it makes a little bit more sense. So if you look at the stochastic right now, we're over the 80 mark right now, which means that we've entered into being overbought. So we've seen multiple times just from the lifespan of the chart. It can last a significant duration of time above this level and trading overbought. So just because it's overbought right now doesn't mean that it's going to immediately just crash down from this range. Do I feel like there's going to be a pullback at some point and possibly a significant pullback? I do believe so because we're overbought right now. We recently hit an all-time high, and those are conditions for a bit of a pullback. People taking profits, kind of resetting, but we have had some good news, which is offsetting things, which could continue this in this overbought range for a little bit, which is why I kind of said that we could possibly consolidate and or push forward past this zone. As you can see, this push past, this is a month. So in some duration of time in this month candle, it was up here, it traded, and it might have moved sideways for a little bit, consolidated, and then it pushed right back down. Is basically what you're seeing. And you can see that, like, if I expand it to like the week range, so you see right here, this is an entire week, each individual candle. So this full week, it traded a little bit above, then got pushed down. This right here, on the second time that it actually went up and above, you can see that for a couple weeks, it actually traded above this resistance level, making people feel like we had bullish sentiment. But if you look directly where my mouse is and go directly down, once again, we're getting to a point to where we were overbought, and it needed to pull back a little bit. So you see, as we got into this overbought range, it was not a long time that it traded around that range, but it definitely had a downtrend that was pretty significant afterwards. So that's similar to what we're in right now. So we may push above this level, create a new all-time high, and then from there consolidate even a little bit above this range, thinking that we're super bullish for a little bit, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. I would like a little bit of opportunity to trade in this volume and the euphoria for a bit before it pulls back. And after that, I can see us pulling back a little bit and then kind of retesting some of these ranges. I think that this will be a significant range that it stops at for a little bit around this 60K, but it could push down below this range, kind of re-entering into this channel again, if you will. But I think that we still have bullish sentiments after that, but I think we pulled back before that. I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that or not.
Well, Bloody Warrior, hey Cuff, hey Justin. I hope y'all are good, man. Doing well, brother. Doing well. What we need to see is mass adoption. This is the run I hope to see over the next 20 or 12 to 24 months. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think last bull run was kind of like setting the stage for the upcoming bull run. Um, it kind of got people talking about it, and and now I feel like for the most part, people have at least heard of crypto or Bitcoin. They may have no idea what it is, but they've at least heard of it. Um, and especially now that you have asset managers, Vanguard, BlackRock, all these big time, money players getting into it, I think that you're going to see mainstream happen sooner
Yeah.
than later.
Yeah, Addy asks us, where do we see crypto in July? That's I think that's an interesting one. This will be around July's range. So I think that it's possible, depending on the sentiments of the market and how long we actually maintain some type of value in the market. It doesn't matter if we're trading sideways around this range, we're still close to an all-time high. We could, like I said, push above this resistance and create a new all-time high, consolidate for a little bit, then come back in range. But you guys saw from the previous period, there was a couple of weeks to where we kind of just ran for a little bit. So it's possible that volume could continue into July. And then maybe towards the end of July, August range, we probably see a bit of a pullback unless something negative happens that kind of sends us into a pullback. So it just depends. It depends at this point. Week charts looking kind of bullish, but
Yeah. My thought on that is it is an election year, and so both, like the party that's, the people who are in the office right now who are trying to retain the office are going to try to do anything and everything to make things look as good as possible. Um, so that could be something where that plays along, where we do have a decent, June and July. Maybe not a big pull, not as big of a pullback as we would think, but at the same time, you just never know. It could anything could pop off in in the positive or the negative. So
yeah, July's a little bit away, but if I'm just judging off of the fact that if you look around, let me see, around this range, so it looks like for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it was about 14 weeks until we had the 15th week, and then we had the pullback right here. So that was about a 15-week range for the first scenario where it kind of went up there. It just did not want to take the rejection. It just kept going back and trying to break past this level and didn't make it and then pulled back. So then this one was a shorter spell. It did make a new all-time high, but the range was a lot shorter. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks before, I guess you can say, the pullback really started on this one. So 15 weeks around this range to where it really fought with that resistance level. Was just like I said, this was a new resistance level. It had never been around this range. So it was creating this resistance level around this range. So when it came back to retest and it kind of went over for a little bit, had bullish sentiment, created a new all-time high, then just had a sell-off after. So if history does repeat itself, we could trade around this range, just going up and above, maybe even creating a new all-time high, getting rejected, maybe creating another new all-time high, getting rejected, then just consolidating until we pull back around in between 60 to 70K is a scenario that I'm kind of thinking may play out.
yeah, I don't know that we're going to go much lower than 60K just because of who is all in to Bitcoin now. Like I've mentioned Vanguard and BlackRock. I think with them holding and all the other asset managers that are holding, I don't know that they want to push it down, or they're going to allow it to go too far down. They That could just be a load up zone for them.
Um, once again, if I'm just going off of looking at the chart, it looks like it tries to revisit places to where it had the most price action at. So the first pullback, it came back to around the 35, I guess 33 to 38 range or so, kind of teeter-tottering in between this and I had a consolidation because of this price action right here. So this is where it tried to stop at. It bounced because this is where it had its strongest support levels at. Tried back up, new all-time high, came back down, tried to stop around the same level, but the selling pressure pushed it down a little bit further, only a little bit further than what it was. And then that consolidation, slight dip again, and bam, we were right back at it. So I think that worst case scenario, um, in this, I will probably say our most significant support level, if it does break this 60K level, would be around 50K or so. That's kind of
Eh,
where I see a possible bottom. It could come down a little bit lower than 50K, and then it may bounce from there, and then it could recreate the scenario to where we try to recreate another all-time high. It looks like we're bullish again, and then comes down a little bit, but we're nearing to where we should be going into a bullish market. I mean, it does not designate that we are going to be in a bullish market, so you kind of gotta play it by ear. We never know what's going to come out in between that time, so we could have another pullback that's a little bit more significant than the first one if history repeats itself. Not saying that it will, but I'm just going off of the previous data that we have available.
Eddie TS, how do we get new people into the market? Reason is right now we are just reusing the same money. So there now growth. So there's no growth in the market. Yeah, I think a lot of people will start to come back in. You got to realize we are part of like the 6% of people in the globe who are in crypto. Like if you're here watching this stream, you probably have some sort of crypto portfolio, and so we are the extreme small number of people. I think once the markets start to turn around and people see Bitcoin breaking an all time high, Ethereum going high, and people start hearing some of those those Doge Shiba stories where somebody puts in $100 and a week later they're a millionaire. We start hearing some of those stories again with the bull run. Um, I think you're going to get a lot of the retail. You're going to get some of those retail investors in that come back in. A lot of them are sitting on the sideline. They're waiting to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I'm just curious to what type of pullback we see. Um, as you can see on the month and on the week, we're over. Like I said, we're overbought. So you go to the day chart, which gives you a little bit more data. You can kind of see the consolidation. You can also see my indicator is telling me that this resistance level is our short zone for right this second. So that's kind of what I was explaining. So basically, it's trying to indicate that if we enter into this range, we may not push past this range for a little bit. We may just, you know what I mean, teeter totter for a little bit, good short area to where you can know the price action enters this zone. We're gonna pull back a little bit at the very least. And I don't know how many times we'll pull back. Like I said, we're overbought on the day also. So it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff on here, so please excuse me. I'm sorry if it looks overwhelming, but the shorter the time frame, the more the more stuff that ends up there. But you can see just on the 4 hour time frame that we've kind of been trading in between this range of, like I said, on the 7 day, 60 to about 70. Nice little uptrend in between after it hits this long zone. So as you can see, this was a support level that I already marked. It came down, hit this long position, went up, got rejected for a bit, broke it, and they used it as support. Once again, it was indicating this would be a good long zone. If you use it as a support, bam, it breaks into this uptrend. Let's check out ETH. ETH looks crazy on the 4 hour.
yeah, ETH looks really good after some of the news we got yesterday that came out.
Yeah, definitely went crazy. So if you ended up, let's just say that you're paying attention to this, you see it bounce in this range, you could have grabbed a long right here, bam, right here pulled out, had your little pullback, long zone again. If you could have would have got in right here, look at the most people probably would have pulled out around this range just because it probably would have been a little bit iffy around here. But if you were a complete Degen and stayed in, bruh, like it's a hell of an increase right there.
Yeah, and we saw the major run, 31% on a day, major run up for Ethereum because of some news that came out. Bloomberg changed their their percentage of what they think the ETFs are going to, if it's going to get approved or not. Previously, they were at like a 25% it was going to get approved, and now they jumped that all the way up to 75%. And once that came out on Bloomberg, it kind of sent the market in a frenzy, and the market was already doing decent. So when you have a decent market, early morning hours of trading, and then you throw this kind of bullish news on there that these major analysts from Bloomberg and all this, uh, they jumped their percentage up to 75. It kind of just went crazy.
Yeah. And if you pay attention to this, once again, this is the day chart, but this right here is, let me see. I believe this is all time high. Let me bring it back. Yeah, this should be all time high right here where we had the short zone. So where we pulled back to, found a bottom.
Is that all time high? You're on the day chart.
Well, it honestly may not be by all honesty. I'm just going. I'll go off of just this range right here. I'll pull it back to
Yeah,
the week and the month chart and verify because I think it did get to like I feel like 4,500 was like the peak, or am I tripping?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Christine
Okay.
in the building. How you doing, ma'am? Everyone,
So
smash that like button and subscribe. Yes, please.
basically, what I wanted to point out here, even on a day chart. So you see how I broke this level, came back, retraced, found a consolidation level that kind of consolidated. Then this was the previous resistance because even after it broke this, it was getting rejected here before, broke it, came up to another range, tried to use it as support, rejected, came back down, rejected, up again, rejected, rejected, rejected. Like you see the same thing over and over again. So a heavy resistance area right here. Then we get this run here that completely gets rejected right here, then ignores it, uses that as a support, and then keeps moving up. Still bullish sentiments on the stochastic also, which is interesting also, I feel like. So at least on the daytime frame. Then you got the week, which looks to still be kind of bullish also. So ETH looks a bit different than Bitcoin. It's definitely some ETH dominance here, I feel like.
Oh,
So
100%.
let me pull this back. I want to see when all time because I'm like, yeah, I'm tripping. So it was like, what was it, like 48? All right, so official all time high was like 48. I thought it was like 45. It's 48.64. All right, so let me try to recreate what I was trying to do with Bitcoin right now because it's really similar to the all-time high. So you remember on Bitcoin first all-time high that it created, bam, got rejected around the range. Second attempt, bam, rejected, same range. Third attempt actually goes up, breaks, makes a new all-time high, then has a significant pullback, tries to go back up, doesn't have enough steam, another significant pullback, and then consolidates from there. Then you see like the uptrend that it kind of, well, we probably can't see shit through this. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, so you see the consolidation and it kind of starts to go into the uptrend. Right. Then I gotta get my scribbles back. Hold on, where am I? There we go. All right, so then you see resistance comes back down, tries to use it as support, resistance again. So this is the level that we're currently at for ETH right now. So if this pushes past this, which it looks like it still has enough steam to actually do so, it'll be in a similar situation as ETH to where it kind of probably consolidates and then hits this short zone, bobbles for a little bit, maybe goes above into the zone a little bit, and it comes down, and then we'll probably have a pullback here too. Let me look at it on a month and see what it looks like. Yeah, we're a
Hey,
bit
real quick, we got Adam Shelton in the building. What's good, brother?
yo, what's going on, my boy? How you feeling, man? How you feeling, man? Long time no see, my boy. But yeah, man. So I don't know if you guys feel like we're gonna have a similar scenario that we did with Bitcoin. It pushes past, uses this as a support, and then maybe creates another all-time high again. Then we have a significant pullback or consolidate, then have a pullback. So
Yeah, I think ETH had the rejection priced into its price, and so now that people are starting to think, well, maybe it could happen. We're starting to see this run up like we had yesterday. So if ETH gets rejected, I expect a pullback, 100%, and probably back down to that 25, 20, 2,000, 2,500 level. Um, but if ETH gets approved on these ETFs, I don't think that we're done with the price. I think we move to the upside on that.
yeah, yeah, man. So speaking of that, I know you got that queued up.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I was talking about a while ago. Ethereum jumps 10% to 3,400 after Bloomberg ups odds on spot ETFs. And so basically, this article just kind of goes through. And if you want to know, I use CoinDesk. If anybody wants to know where I'm getting these articles from, it's CoinDesk. It basically just goes through to say, in the early hours, we were moving well, and then these James Seifert and here's let me find the tweet. Eric, oh God, Balchanas, we're gonna call it that. Eric B and James S. Uh, they tweeted out that they were upping their spot Ethereum ETF approvals from 25% to 75%. Uh, so with that increase, once that tweet came out, we saw some pretty solid action happening. Um, so that was one of the things that came out that really kind of perked some ears. And then the SEC itself has actually been kind of putting out some things. I saw Watcher Guru put out some stuff on Ethereum. Then we got just 1 hour ago. So when Bitcoin was going through the process of becoming getting the ETF approved, um, we started seeing some things, and now we're starting to see the same kind of things with Ethereum, where there are tickers on there. With the Vanek spot Ethereum has been listed on the DTCC. DTCC, say that 5 times fast. Um, so um, we're seeing some of the same kind of signs that we saw with the Bitcoin ETF approval. Those things are now happening with the Ethereum ETFs. So I think
But would
things
you
like
call
this.
them a dud? Just to ask really quick, would you call the Bitcoin ETFs a dud? Were we expecting to see a little bit more value from that?
I don't think so. I don't think so. And my personal reason why is we went because we started moving. The market started moving once the applications were sent in, and we steadily were climbing for you know 8 to 9 months, where people were putting that volume in. Now, had it been the application came out and then 1 month late, within like 30 days that got approved, we would have been like, oh man, look at the price action. But I think people had time to over time dollar cost average accumulate. And by the time it actually got approved, I think that the price of Bitcoin was where it was going to be if it would have got approved earlier. Right now, I think Ethereum has not been I think the price action right now with Ethereum um is not priced in. So I think we still have room to move up to the upside with Ethereum if it is approved. Um, what is it? I think like in 2 days, like the 23rd. So if it gets approved on the 23rd, we could see some decent volume to the upside. Where if it's rejected, we could see a little bit of a pullback, but I don't know how big or much. I'm not a wizard, but that's me personally.
Yeah, of
Chad,
course.
let me know what y'all think. And real quick, before we go any further, this dude is sitting over here in like Siberia with the snowy mountains and a fireplace on. What an
I'm glad you noticed it's also snowing. So yeah,
yeah,
it's been
yeah.
just
It
heck
is
together.
90 degrees. It is almost 8 p.m. and it is 90 degrees here. And this dude is sitting with a fireplace in a snowy background. I saw that earlier and wanted to comment, but we got into it. So, but
Yeah,
man, candles lit, got the aromas going. I'm all
yeah, man.
right.
You gotta keep the ambiance, keep the ambiance. And what's going
Knowing
on,
damn
LK?
what, knowing damn well his living room is not that clean. So he's got 17 kids.
Oh no, there'll be toys everywhere. But
Thanks.
But man, one thing I do want to say is we got 75 people tuned in. Appreciate all of you guys, man.
Thanks.
If you're on
Much love.
Twitter or on YouTube, hit the like button, retweet, man. You can comment from Twitter if you're on PC. I'm guessing, you know what I mean. I don't think you can do it on mobile yet. They're not up to date on that. But if you're on PC, you can definitely chat with us, rock with us. Definitely do that. If you have not checked this out already, it is waiting on you. So we're doing a giveaway, man. We're gonna give
Bum, bum,
Justin,
bum,
man, go for
bum.
it. We're gonna give 25 each to somebody. I'm gonna 25 each to somebody. We're gonna pick two winners that are actually inside of the stream right now. So you guys got an opportunity. We will be pulling this soon. We are rounding on that 1 hour mark. We've been trying to keep the streams around that range. You know what I mean? or if not a little bit shorter, man. We got all the info out, man. We just rocking. No needs to beat a dead horse. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, we
while
can hang
you,
out with Chad for a little while.
yeah, of course, of course. But while you guys are doing this, if you guys have not, please do follow the instructions. I will look if you've never been here before. I will look live to see if you actually follow the instructions that are on the tweet. But something else that I can mention for you guys, man, I did put out an update or an announcement, rather, if you would like to call it that, inside of the Advances Discord. So if you have
Hey,
not checked that out, definitely check that out. Let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about that. I've seen some pretty good sentiments. We had a pretty nice size buy afterwards. The goal here is pretty much putting my money where my mouth is and creating what I said I wanted to create. And I'm set on that goal, and we're headed full steam ahead. So it's actually pretty fun going through this process, man. So definitely
absolutely.
appreciate everybody for
Mac in
rocking
the
with.
building. Oh, my bad, man. Mac was in the building earlier. I missed you, man. My bad. Crypto Alliance at Moneyman Token on X. Do your own research. Thank me later. Got you.
Okay,
Um,
right.
Dion in the building. Dion, hey, let me tell you this. Dion is like I'm seeing Dion all over the place. Dion has firmly put himself inside one of the newest, coolest projects that I've been a part of here recently, which is that with Fork and Knife. And Dion is like he's all over the place, whether it's creating memes in the Telegram and Spaces or whatever. Tip of the hat to you, Dion.
Yeah, definitely, and definitely
Raul,
gonna
I
check
saw
the moves.
I saw you earlier, Raul. My bad, I didn't shout you out, but he asked, "Can you check the XRP chart
Can I check the XRP chart? Eh,
for a $1 million super chat?"
do I have that pen on right now?
I'm totally joking. Totally joking. I mean, unless you want to.
Oh, I have all. When I say all, ALL, all the time for that.
All caps.
Yeah, ALL, all the time for that. All right, so this is on a month chart. So looks like right now we're consolidating. Stochastic says that we can pull back a little bit. So we may pull out of this range a little bit, pop back in. I would like to see it possibly consolidate around this range. It could come back down to this range of about 30 cents or so. Hasn't really been too much chatter about XRP like that. That's just on a long term. If
That's
you're
kind of the
looking
point I
on,
was going to make. Like, I haven't heard a lot of, I haven't heard a lot about XRP in a while. I think the last bull run we were hearing a lot about XRP, um, but I think since the bear market has started, I think we kind of, it's kind of the the excitement and enthusiasm behind it has kind of chilled out a little bit.
yeah, right now they're in a sexy downtrend. If I can call it something, I would call it just a sexy downtrend. You know what I mean? Like it's not like really abrupt to where it's just like a big sell off, but you can see lower highs and lower lows being created, and then consolidation that it can possibly break. Even on the stochastic, you can see the higher high right here and then the lower high right here. So could be interesting as we push forward. Look at the day chart. Like I said, sorry if I have ever been on the chart and or had any interest in the token. It does look like a child's color, don't it? Um, is I promise it's for good reasoning. It's just ranges that I was paying attention to.
Wild Bloody Warrior, what do you guys think of the no KYC credit card on Solana? Soul Card, I think it's called. They saying you can put 10K on one of these cards without KYC. Um,
There's a couple other places that do that, and their limit's
yeah,
10K too. I think it's through Visa. Most people are going through, but that seems to be the highest limit they're doing. I don't know if that's due to volatility or whatever they're doing. The that specifically for it, but that's interesting. I do like the fact that you don't have to KYC if you're using a DeFi wallet, that you never like linked to a platform or did anything or sent money from like to centralized exchange or anything else like that. Kind of identifying yourself. you kind of get that anonymity to not have everybody all in your business per se, or having to utilize that for tax purposes. So yeah, just put 10,000 at a time. 10,000 is a lot of money, especially if you're just paying bills, living life.
Right. Yeah, and there's so many different, KYC, non KYC things out there. Um, it's not the first. Like Cup said, we've seen a couple of things out there that are already like that. With it seems to be that 10K limit seems to be kind of what the big thing is. Uh, so, well, I'm always an advocate for being able to take your crypto and use your crypto in real world.
Yeah,
So if Solana, if that's the way the Solana is going to do it, awesome. Like I got a Coinbase card, I got a Crypto.com card. Um, so it's one of those things where with no KYC, um, that may be something legit there. I don't know
yeah.
much about the Soul card.
That's interesting. I think Soul has its place in this bull run. I do think that just because of that previous outage it had, that they did let base lap them, and they're getting a lot more volume on base right now. Cheap fees still, but you don't have those super small transactions because Soul is only $100 or $200 at a time. You still got each transactions with Soul gas fees pretty much, or Avalanche gas fees. So it's
Right.
actually pretty nice to be able to trade on base. Like I think they out of all the different networks per se, I think they kind of nailed it in the best, just because cheap fees, still large transactions that people are used to, so it's still the same flow of traffic. You just got to get used to base versus Ethereum mainnet. But I think that it's worth the transition. I think that there's going to be a lot of value. I think there's going to be a lot of memes and tokens that are just launching on there just because it's super cheap, it's manageable. The transactions are pretty fast. You don't really have a high failed transaction rate. There's just a lot of reasons to want to trade on base versus just the regular ETH mainnet at this point. So
Yeah, you get all of the benefits of the ETH mainnet with the base gas fees.
yeah, yeah. So that's probably the biggest benefit for me. I think that that's a huge plus. The volume is still around the same rate that you would get any other place. So
Right. Hey, Gorbash says so much to think about. Still learning all the chart reading. Hey, one thing, Gorbash. There are 754,000 million. I don't know. There's a bunch of indicators and ways to read a chart. Um, you got to find the ones that work for you, and then really get in. But there's some courses you can take. There's some really smart people out there that have put together some courses. I'm surprised Cuff doesn't have a course yet, um, but I know his plate's full. So,
yeah, it's been a while.
but yeah, when it comes to you got to realize, like, when you get when you're looking at a Cuff chart, that's somebody who's been staring at charts and reading charts and breaking down charts for 3 years. If you go back to our first, like when we first started streaming together, his charts, our charts were not. We were very simple, very
Oh yeah,
simplistic, like uh, Fibonacci, and like Fibonacci. That's what we used, and we were like, okay, if it's at the top of the level, don't buy. If it's at the bottom of the level, buy. But there's so many other things that when it comes to reading a chart and making it work. So many different indicators on there. So it can definitely get like coloring book style, like cuffs are, but like I said, he knows what that is, and he can read it, and he knows what works, and he's got 4, 5, 6 different indicators that he can, like, if it looks good on this indicator, he can check it on another indicator. If it looks good on those two indicators, he can check it on another indicator. So it really is a process. But I will tell you, if you hang out here and pick up a little bit of knowledge every stream, it'll be really helpful. As well as if you're in Cups Discord, you can actually reach out and in the Discord section, I think you can actually reach out and get like some one-on-one time, to where maybe you get like a quick little breakdown and lesson, like a one-on-one lesson, with him as well. So
Yeah,
uh, you're
most definitely.
you're in the right spot. You're in the right spot. As long as you got an open mind for knowledge and wanting to learn a little bit better, and then once you figure it out, you can just look at the chart without even having to do all the lines, and you can kind of get a educated guess as to what's about to happen, and then you check all those with the indicators and things like that. So
Yeah. Let me see. So I gotta. So,
so
Cuff,
Cuff,
what's
what
the Vance's plan, man?
I'm just so used to reading
No,
for
no,
you.
no, no. I'll let you hit them because I actually don't like doing it too much. So that's actually awesome. That's perfect.
And you like
Uh,
you enjoy laughing at me stumble over words.
it it works so well together.
Win-win.
But answer to this question, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, or if you've seen the update or not. If not, I would check out that update. There's a pretty detailed breakdown of some initial things that we're doing going forward. If you're I would say more of an analytic thinker. I'm sure most people can probably put a couple of the puzzle pieces together. I highly doubt that somebody figures out all of what's kind of going on behind the curtain, but there's some pretty broad signs of what direction it's kind of heading in. But I can tell you this: the overall goal is to change the ecosystem into one that's not just solely saving the space while not creating revenue, but to create the business, the brand revenue, so it can be sustainable, and to also create the holders inside of the ecosystem revenue. That's our goal. That's what we're trying to get to. We're taking steps day by day to actually get to those points, and they're actually really cool steps. I can't wait to get to some of the cooler announcements. I honestly don't think the announcement that came out today was one of the cooler announcements. I feel like it was more housekeeping, breaking the ice, kind of making some changes that needed to be done. There was good sentiments behind it because there's a lot of people reading in between the lines. There's some smart people in the community. So other than that, man, there will be updates going forward. So I would definitely say pay attention to those updates. There should be another one coming out fairly soon.
Hey, Cuff, we're coming up on the hour here. Do you want to go ahead and set up that giveaway?
Oh, bruh.
Just kidding.
Yeah, bro. We've
I should have
we've been
known.
doing this for a little bit, so
We've given away. We've done so many giveaways. It's not even funny. If y'all were here, like I saw Mac Yank in the building. He was in chat a while ago. That dude right there cleaned house last bull run on the giveaways. That dude cleaned house on giveaways, just for hanging out, just for being in our chat and hanging out.
hey,
We
give
gave
me
away.
one.
Yeah, yeah, you're good. I mean, we gave away. Golly, I don't even know how much money we gave away last bull run. Like to be truthfully honest, like I have no idea. I'd say it's probably at least $1 million worth if you held those projects to all time high. Yeah, I'd say at least. But so, but yeah, what's up? What's up? We can hang out while he's doing his thing over there. Uh, what else y'all got? What else y'all got? I know, like we talked about with Fork and Knife a little bit. I love that project. Lou and Gene over there doing a hell of a job building a community, which I love. So, what other things should me and Cuff be looking at and looking at? I got my pen right here. I'm ready to write things down. If y'all got some suggestions, y'all let me know.
I forgot
Wander.
how convenient this damn stream deck is, bro. One button, bam, break screen. One button, bam, I'm back. I love it.
There you go. Grind time says Stewie. Man, I'm loving Stewie. Like Stewie's like started off as a meme, I feel like, and then has like just slowly built into more than a meme,
Yeah.
but still has that meme factor.
Yeah, definitely. So there's a lot of things that I feel like Stewie definitely has going for them. They're trying to build out something that really benefits their community, which
Mhm.
unfortunately sometimes these things do take a little bit of time. I've seen a lot of tokens take a lot of time and do a whole lot of nothing. So as long as they end up delivering at the end of the day,
We just looked at that chart.
yeah,
No, just kidding. No shade. No shade.
yeah, man. Like it's a lot of it's a lot of nothingness out there. Which it'll start to slow down once volume comes in and people start sitting money down because they keep pulling out a 10x and it goes up 100x and you just missed out on a 90x. So
Right.
it'll slow down a little bit, but it's going to be more so for things that people can benefit from. People want to
And
be in communities to make money.
and I think that mindset of I'm cool with the 2, 3, 4, 5x will break once we get into the bull run. I think the bear market is kind of trained us because we've been in it for so long that hey, we get a 2, 3x, I'm cool. I'm out. I made my money. Whatever happens, good on you. But that's why I'm adopting the theory of the moon bag, where I take some profit and then I leave some in there in case it goes absolutely parabolic, like our friend Jay Gagan would say.
Right. Yeah. So this bull run definitely will be huge. We'll see how it pans out. I'm curious about that, but let's not prolong this first one. Let's go ahead and see who our first winner is for this. Like I said, I will be checking live if you actually followed the instructions. Hopefully everybody did, and we don't have to go through that. So let's see who wins. Pick a winner. I like this one because it shows like the picture, like the profile picture of whoever won.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we got crypto for retirement. Are you in the building? Let me go ahead and start my 1 minute timer. Feel like that's more than enough time to type in the chat. Meantime, let's hit this post. Do we see crypto for retirement following the instructions? Oh, we got the
Right there.
hashtag. Two people. All right, so if you're here, man.
All right, so you did the quick part. Crypto for retire one right there. Thanks. Hey, crypto for retire. Do me a favor. Shoot me a DM over on X, and I will be sending you $25 of Ethereum on the base chain. So $25 worth of coming your way.
I got to remember where all my buttons are. I don't even remember what sounds I have anymore.
It was either that one or "Boo This Man" was what I was expecting to hear.
Where's my see? I'm still I'm still getting in the
Boo this man!
yeah. I'll get in the swing of it again. Like there's too many damn buttons on this thing. But congrats, crypto retirement. So I'll oh they actually do it so you can copy it. Let me send you this on Twitter. It's for verification purposes. All right, that's your name you're looking for right there. That's the handle. Congrats once again. All right, so we got one more that we're going to be giving out. Then we're going to wrap it up. I don't know if you guys saw the post that I did put out, but we are going to be starting a new trend of a Twitter space that we haven't been doing in a while. So we haven't been super active. We're trying to be active on YouTube and on Twitter also. So we will be hitting the space. Name of the space is just had a brain
Aper
fart.
fade.
All right,
Aper fade.
what is the name? Jesus. All right, so we got April Fade. So we're gonna be figuring out which we're not going to be Simon Cowell, is that his name? But we're going to have a strict kind of regimen for who we kind of feel like is an ape. And if you are an ape, we're gonna 9 times out of 10, we're gonna ape a little bit into your project. We'll ape a little bit into your project, and what we'll do is we'll have a public wallet with that project. So we get to see live. So if you were to have bought the bottom before bull run, how this project kind of does throughout the market, which will be interesting to see because I mean a lot of it is based off of the developer and the community wanting the product and services they provide. So it's going to be a lot of variables in between that, but projects will get to come up. We're not charging for them to come up or anything like that. So they'll They will have an opportunity if they do want to sponsor, they can sponsor a space and kind of be spotlighted on it. But other than that, it's free space. Invite whatever project you want to that you think is credible enough or intriguing enough or actually provides an ROI. I think that's a big thing that I'm going to be looking for as far as me personally. I don't know, Justin, if you got any type of criteria of what you would be looking for.
We'll be looking for green flags, for red flags. Do you have a community behind you? I think community is going to be a big time thing when it comes to these newer projects. But yeah, man, we'll have some fun with that and get our community involved, and kind of see what all's out there, and we're either going to like you or we're going to fade you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
so so it's we either gonna ape in with our little wallet we're gonna set up, or we're going to tell you to have a good day
yeah.
and send you
So
on your way.
and it's not it doesn't mean that you can't
Mm.
come back either. Like let's just say, man, you redo your pitch, or you guys have a different angle. And it also doesn't mean that your project's bad. It just
Fact.
means that me personally, I don't, and I'm not looking for an instant ROI either. Like I understand long term projects and long term things, but within a long term vision, I have to see some type of way for an ROI to be created at some point. So those are points that I'm going to kind of be looking at. Meme tokens are a little bit different. Now, I think meme tokens are about the community and the narrative. Now, what we can base really meme tokens off of a meme token comes is one, community support. How many of your people actually showed up to the space and are supporting you and just showing up and showing out? Then your narrative. Memes are all about the narrative. Is this memeable? Is this something that people can have fun with that could trend and that can do well in this market right now currently? So if it is something that doesn't have any utility, that doesn't mean that it's not apeable. It just means that through your creation of your community, your layout of your I guess ecosystem, if you will, you know what I mean, how you guys kind of handle things, that's going to be kind of how I judge that if it's a like a meme token. That's just my personal opinion on it. So, but I think it brings a lot of people to some information that they might not have gotten in another space. We're looking specifically for what would make me say, "Damn, like I should buy this project because this is something that could catch fire, it's trending, or the topic is overlooked right now, but it's something that when some volume comes in, I feel like it'll make some money."
Facts. And like I've said, our opinion doesn't necessarily mean that your project is good or bad.
Yeah,
So right, and if you come in and you feel like you didn't do a good job of explaining, go back to your team, go back to the drawing board, come back, and get things tight, and come back and repitch it to us. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good chance for not only our community, the ones that come and follow us and hang out with us, but it'll be a chance for other communities to get introduced to other communities.
yeah.
So
Networking
uh,
opportunities. Yeah, all over the
absolutely,
place. Then you got to look at it from this angle too. I feel like so these projects that come on, you pay nothing. You get to describe your project in front of a community of people. They can form their own opinions based off the questions and answers that are given during that time period. Then you get more promo. So that's promo right there. You get promo with us having a transparent wallet with your token in it, which makes us kind of check in on, you know what I mean, updates, see what's going on with the token, see if there's any motion that we can track and kind of utilize just for knowledge purposes. So that's free promo right there. Live, we'll be checking in, seeing what shows got going on. Community still active. You know what I mean? What's going on with that? Because we will be treating this like a true portfolio. So a lot of people don't know. I feel like when to buy or sell. We're not trying to show anybody or basically tell anybody, hey, this is how you buy or sell, but we're once again utilizing our opinions, our knowledge of the space, and just what's provided from the projects. And we'll base it off of that. We'll have weekly, or I don't know if it's gonna be daily, every couple of days. We'll check in with the wallet, and see how it's doing. Check in with the community, make sure they're still active, make sure things are still going well. If things are not going well, man, we might have to fade for a little bit, man. Does that mean that you can't come back into the space, re-explain? You know what I mean? Bring something through. You know what I mean? We're all for it, you know what I mean? But if we see things, we got to kind of call it as it is, because that's how this becomes something that's beneficial to everybody rather than just a fluff piece. The goal is not for it to be a fluff piece. We're investing with our own money, which means we can do with our own money what we want to. Same thing with anybody who invests into any token. You're the investor, it's your money. Nobody's able to hold you hostage or tell you can't sell or what to do with the token. So it's all based on the potential that you see in the token. Do you see this token moving forward, or are we about to lose some money, going to a downtrend? Community is no longer interested, and team may be giving up. So it's a lot of things you got to pay attention to.
Just before we get into our second giveaway, crypto for retire, that 25 has just been sent.
Hey, so once again,
I
congrats.
ain't waiting around. I'm not waiting around for me to forget. I'm not trying to forget later on. I knocked it out now. Get it done with. That way,
I'll probably do the same thing just so life can be easier for me. As
man,
long as they're
it's just
verified and they can verify the Twitter, I'm cool with it. But speaking of that, man, so we told you about the space, man. Projects are gonna come on there, man. So if you know some devs, man, whether it's small project, big project, if I see potential, I see potential. So I'm down to ape. I'm not a complete Degen, but I definitely got some Degen in me. You can ask around.
time out. You said you're not a complete degen.
Well, man, yeah, you know
You're
what
not a
I
complete degen, and I'm skinny.
mean. So I YOLO every once in a while. I would say that. So
Sometimes, right?
yeah,
Sometimes,
every
right?
once in a while.
When the sun comes up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Some risk are taken. You know what I mean. They're taken sometimes, but you know what I mean. You got to risk it a little bit.
Most
Make a little
the
money.
most degen man I know over here.
Yeah, man. But
I
yes,
myself I would consider myself to be somewhat of a degen. You, sir, are a full blown like degenerate.
open mic, or do it need to be scheduled? No, open mic, man. So what we'll do is just by request, we'll go on the order of the request. If I can actually keep track of that, depending on how many people are there, do my best to do that. But yeah, be free open mic, man. You can come up as a community member, honestly, if you want to. You feel like you know the products and services that well for your project. The development team may not be available for it. You know what I mean? You want to shield your own bag, you're more than welcome to come up and do that also, man. We're not knocking anybody for liking and being passionate about their project. And if you know enough information to answer some questions, but keep in mind, I am going to ask some questions that are a little bit in depth about the inner workings of the project. So if you're unable to answer those, I don't want you to either A, be nervous, or B, feel like we're like asking to know too much. It's mainly to see the how profitable the project is. So that's really all it is. I would
Yeah, well,
hear it myself the
first
same.
come first come first serve. We'll probably hang out for about an hour.
Yeah,
Get as many of those projects in there as we can. You'll get uh, you'll get a chance to give us your elevator pitch, and we'll ask some questions. So, probably five-ish minutes.
yeah,
I feel like in 5 minutes we can probably get a good understanding of a project.
yeah,
Um, maybe 10. So we're looking at like 6 to 10, 12, 15 projects. If we can get it in there, we'll do that.
okay, yeah, definitely,
He said
man.
you can fork and knife me on stage if you want. I can handle it. There you go.
Okay, all right, man. You're more than welcome to come out, man. Or man, you man, Lou, Gina, man, they know they're welcome too, man. First one's going to be tomorrow. So around the same time we started the stream. So not expecting to be super big at first, but it will build out as it goes. Talk about the market for a little bit. Shadow level. We don't have any projects. We got one coming up. Bam, we'll go into mode for that and kind of take it from there.
Yeah, and I got it. I have it on my page as well as Cup has it on his page, I believe. So set the reminder, share it out. put it in. If you got a project and you got a Telegram or a Discord or whatever, put it in there, and bring your whole squad with you. Bring
Yeah,
your
why
whole
not?
squad.
Why not get one some free volume on the chart, whatever we end up putting in. Two, some free promo from the space, free promo from the fact that we're gonna go into the portfolio, look into the token, see if the community's active, look at price action, and a couple of different variables that I would normally look at to see if I want to buy, sell, hold. Maybe I'll DCA because I think that there's an opportunity. It's a lot of variables in between it, but you guys will see kind of all those inner workings of that thought process live, which I feel like is cool. May help a little bit. It's not meant to push anybody in any direction of doing anything, but just showing a perspective of when it's done, pretty much. So
Yeah, and just because you come up doesn't mean we're going to buy in either. I mean, there is a good chance you might get faded as well. But I do know with Fork and Knife that's a solid group over there, solid community. Lou and Gina, they've done a hell of a job in a little over a week. So
yeah, yeah. So
you
I
ready
was
for this? What we saying?
no, I was about to say I got the chart up now. They actually hit an all time high earlier. I think it was like almost 320K.
Yeah, like 315 or something like that. It was really nice to see. I woke up, saw that, and I was like, yes, okay, I can handle this today. I got time for this today.
Yeah, retraced, bought that back up, kind of ate that candle up, and now sitting at about a $280,000 market cap. So yeah, we I think I posted, I talked about it and let people know, but when it launched, talked about it, and let people know when it retraced and went down to 8K. So this was an interesting one that people could have rolled up for quite a damn return, especially from 8K, especially if you
And
missed
it,
the
yeah,
ape store.
yeah. If you, that's another beautiful thing about the Ape Store. I originally missed the launch of it, but was able to. I think I got in at like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So
You can
11,
you can
11 or
always almost you can almost always count on a Jeet Fest when it goes to Uniswap from the Ape Store. Uh, People
and I bought
switch
more
trades
then.
off. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
I
if it's a
bought more
legitimate
then.
project and good team, man, that's a hell of a buying opportunity. Especially if you didn't get as much as you wanted, it moved too fast, you underestimated the power of community and kind of building. Man, that was a hell of an opportunity. AK on Uniswap, then to run up
Yeah,
300.
I, I think I put in like 0.05, and I think right now I'm sitting at like just under one ETH.
I mean, swooping on. Yeah, that's another one that I feel like was this one's definitely going to be another one. I see this one definitely going to Uniswap. That's one. So if
100%.
you
I would say.
if you're developing some type of position, and I feel like that's pretty solid. That team's over there working, building, and they actually got some plans to definitely move that forward and out of that Ape store. They went on to Uniswap, so I don't see that store holding them for too much longer. So definitely check.
I actually I actually saw on the Stewie Telegram today that their dev came out and said that things are about to happen, and the Stewie reaching Uniswap is like the kickstart. Like
Okay.
some things are going to happen once they get off of Ape Store and get onto Uniswap. That's going to be kind of like the signal, the bat signal in the sky kind of thing.
Hmm. Okay. Let's pull this next one. Let's hopefully we get a reoccurring flyer. So
Dion, we're talking about Stewie 2.0 over on Ape Store.
yeah. So we got Hicks, we got the 1 minute timer out. Let's check if Hicks did what we needed. All right, hashtag Fight Club, two people. Bam. That's what I like to see.
Amber Hicks says, "Hi, I'm here."
Okay. So I got that. As soon as I click on the right window. Congrats. Yeah. So if you guys haven't noticed, we're trying to get back in the full swing of this. So I could definitely see us doing some random giveaways. There's definitely going to be some member giveaways and such also. So definitely want to pay attention and show some love to the members. There'll be various things we'll be doing, especially as we kind of grow going further. I think that that's something that we definitely got to do, give back to the people that have been rocking with us for so long. Even after us kind of taking a sabbatical for a little bit, coming back, you guys are
Very true.
still rocking with us. As of right now, it says we got about 144 people between YouTube and Twitter, man. So appreciate all of you guys. And if you can, if you guys want to show love back, hit that like button, subscribe, retweet, tell a friend, tag a friend, send it to your mom, whatever you feel like is in your range to do. If you just want to send it around the earth, I'm not stopping you. If you feel like it was some good info, we're gonna try to keep the good info going. You know what I mean? As best we can. So you guys are, like I said, more than welcome to keep stopping by. Like I said, we'll be doing random giveaways, good information always. Get into that Discord. Check out that that Flight Club, man. Also, man, if you're not checking that out, you're just passing up on money. There's gonna be an add-on to that most people are probably not expecting. So if you're not grabbing those for point zero 0.02 Ethereum, I don't know what you got going on, man. We've given out probably like I think about 20 or 30K just from the I think what like I think it was like 2,000 minutes or something like that we
A
had minted
little
out.
over maybe.
Yeah, about 2,000, getting closer to 3,000 minutes. We gave out about 20, 30K.
How
And
much
that's
more? How much more ETH do you have to give? Like, don't you have like 70K more to give away?
yeah, it's like 70K more ETH, plus the Bored Ape, the Pudgy Penguin, the little Pudgy Penguin, what
And
else?
real quick, if y'all don't know what it is, it's basically a scratch off. If you've ever gone into your local convenience store, your gas station, yeah, you buy a dollar scratch off, $2 scratch off. That's what it is. But the cool thing about the Flight Club Mint is that everybody's a winner. You have a chance to win instantaneous, like you have instant ETH, which pays out like every night, right?
Yep.
So you got a chance to win 25, 50, 100, 500, or $1,000 straight off the rip. So you can win up to $1,000. But if you win nothing, or you can win one of those NFTs he was talking about. But if you get just a regular honorary scratch off, you can actually stake that, and that becomes passive income.
Yeah, earn some USDT in between that. So, and there's a few more things coming. You can utilize the Flight Club services that we get, which actually include a call channel that we have through an algorithm. I dropped the plays in there. We've had some really good ones. Some go 5, 10,000. One went like 30,
40.
40,000, which was
I
crazy.
saw one that you put in like yesterday went like 45,000,
Yeah, which was
and I was
crazy.
hella mad, hella
I
mad.
I was not expecting that to do that whatsoever, but it
I was
was
on the damn golf course again. Every time I'm on the golf course, I just need to keep you. I just need to keep your page up
yeah. If
because
you
every
got to
time
put
I'm on the golf
notifications on.
course,
But yeah, if you're a Flight Club member, you get those. That will be moving to the Diamond Flight Club section, along with some other really cool perks, which is going to be a paid membership from the Flight Club. So you have to earn a Flight Club NFT, or you have to turn in 10 of those Flight Club scratcher IDs, and you can utilize the service, kind of like sampling the service, see what the signals are like, see what other channels are like, see what it is like being able to request and do one-on-ones or request a chart to be mapped out and explained or whatever. So it's a lot of different perks that you get for just earning that Flight Club NFT. So
facts.
definitely check it out. And if the paid membership will have so many different things behind it that are going to be fun. Then on top of that, you got the amazingly creative things that will be coming out from behind the curtains of Advantis. So it's a lot of cool things that are going to be coming out. I would definitely stay tuned to this channel, hit the bell notification thing. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of information coming out and going forward between the two projects there. So
Yeah, man.
yeah. So other than that, man, as you want to say something else before we get out, Hicks, definitely send me a DM from that profile. I sent the name, so I'll already know what it is. I think you've won something from me before, so you should be able to just DM me.
No, don't forget tomorrow night we do have our Aper Fade, the very first ever Aper Fade Twitter space or X space, Elon's playground, whatever the heck you want to call it. We'll be over there tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific. So tap in, tune into that, get introduced to maybe some new projects, see how it goes, and all that good stuff. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all as always for coming and hanging out with us. An hour and a half, and honestly, it feels like we've been here for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So like it's legit. But appreciate y'all. Remember, two things in this world you can control: attitude and effort. Attitude and effort. Stay positive. Give 110%.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Yeah, man. And like I said before, not saying that I'm gonna go look at the likes, but there's 143 people in here. I don't expect 143 likes, but if y'all want to get as close as possible, or as close as possible to retweets, show some love, man. Definitely not gonna stop you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for coming out. It's been fun, great info. We'll be at the space tomorrow. We'll try to knock another stream out later in the week, man. So you guys enjoy your night, man. We're out of here.
Peace.